Good morning, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever this message may find you. It is your girl, Jay's Louise, back with another message. I hope you guys are feeling amazing wherever you stand in your life right now. I have a quick message for you just to share, because I always say, when I get downloads from God, or I get messages that, or aha moments, I say, I'm pretty sure there's somewhere, some way, somebody else needs to hear it too, right? So it's free to share. It's also free for you to hit the thumbs up button. Energetically donating to the channel is very, very beneficial to keep these videos floating around on YouTube within the algorithm. So if you do like the message, just hit it and share it with somebody who might need to hear it, But anyway, yeah, it's like, a lot of us come from, all of us are different in our own ways. And a lot of us come from different backgrounds, right? But it's like we all have gifts. We all have something that we were created to do, right? We all have something that can help somebody else. We all possess an inner something that is just, put inside of us naturally. You didn't have to go to school for it. You were fool with it, and you didn't go to school with it, but it seemed like you went to school with it because you're so good at it. So anyway, but I can say this, right? Sometimes when you use your gifts within the wrong tribe, like in the wrong group of people, like you can't, pitch certain things to certain people, because it's just not going to appease, it's not going to intrigue that audience, right? So sometimes when you're in a group of people that don't understand your gifts and can't benefit from it, it can almost feel like you're sharing your gifts with, you're not only are you sharing it with the wrong people, but they can't appreciate it, but it's almost like you feel like you don't even have a gift, because they will make you, that group of people or that environment that you're in, that you're choosing to be in to use your gifts, they can almost not even see it, because it's not relevant in that environment, in that world. So be mindful. Let's be mindful about where we choose to share ourselves and share our lights and our gifts and the things that we were created to do. Because again, not to say that you should choose not to always share it, because share it, share it wherever you can share it. However, it's like, don't in your mind feel like, well, I don't have a gift really, or maybe you feel like now you have second thoughts on what you thought was, your lane or your path, but you don't need to do that, because it's just a matter of switching up the people that you're entertaining with your gifts, the people that you're choosing to see. It's like a teacher. A teacher doesn't want to teach people that don't want to be taught. Like a teacher wants to teach. There are teachers out here that are just teachers by nature. Wherever they go, they teaching some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just that person's nature, right? So just imagine them being in a room full of people that don't want to be taught, right? So they would probably feel inferior in that environment. They would probably feel like maybe a laughing stock, or they'll feel like, man, they don't even care what I'm talking about. But it's like they're not wanting to be taught. So if you find a group of people that want to be taught what it is that you're teaching, I mean, it's like the sky's the limit at that point. And then, not to mention, you're going to feel amazing, because whatever you're putting down, they're picking up. Whatever you're giving out, they're enjoying it. It's just like when you DJ and like you might have a crowd, and you got to know what music to put out to get the crowd jumping, depending upon what type of environment they're in. Like a DJ can't go in a room full of white people and goddamn play Boosie. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it might not get them jumping like that. So then what he would do is play some Maroon 5, or maybe some Eminem, or some shit that's gonna get them their juices flowing. And it's like me, I'm a plant-based chef, you know what I'm saying? And I am very knowledgeable. I'm damn near a food scientist. Literally. I mean, I am a food scientist, but on paper, I'm almost a food scientist. So it's like people that don't value what they're consuming, that don't understand the importance of what we eat. Even people that do understand it sometimes don't even want to hear it, because they're so addicted to food and the habits that they've created over time when it comes to food. It's like they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to know what I'm talking about. So I could be made to feel like my gift is not even important, or it's irrelevant, but really it's very important and it's very relevant. It's just not relevant to the group of people that I am choosing to share it with. And sometimes when you share things, and you're in the wrong group, people really can make you feel like your gifts don't matter, or they're not a gift. So you tend to kind of put down your gifts, and it's not really beneficial for you, or even the people that you're supposed to be reaching eventually. When you figure out your rhythm and your balance, and when you find out who your tribe is, when you find out who your audience is, so please be mindful. And I hope this message can help you click something in your life, and put it together so you can understand how to live a more meaningful life. Because like Steve Jobs, like, I'm sure there were people that were like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, they're like, ew, like, get away from us with all this tech stuff or this whatever, and if he would have had listened and not pursued the people that that are interested in what he's talking about, then where would he be now? So let's just think about these things, and let's be mindful again, because you have to protect you and your gifts, and you have to understand who would benefit from what you bring to the table. And do not waste your time. Do not waste any time, if you can. Once you realize, on people that are in places and things that are not going to be conducive to the gift, or to the plan, or to the path, or it's like, it's many people that have been distracted, and they stopped. They got stuck and they stayed there. It's like, I use this analogy all the time. It's like, okay, I'm on the highway right now. Okay, a detour, or let's say they block the exit off. Or let's say there's an ambulance or stuff in the way. Let's say it's a dude that want to holler at me. Let's say if it's some opportunities that might not be, in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing. Either way, those are distractions. These are detours. But I'm gonna figure out how to get, like, where I need to go. I'm gonna go around, to the next exit. Probably, figure out, another way to get to where I'm trying to go. I'm gonna try to get around this accident. Eventually, we might be stuck for a little bit, but we are not trying to stay stuck. Like, you're not going the wrong way and then be like, oh, well, we just gonna keep going the wrong way. If you're trying to get to California and you realize that you are on the way to Florida, you're not gonna keep going to Florida. You're just gonna be like, okay, hold on, let me see, let me regroup, look at the map, figure out how to get back on track to get to California, because that's where I'm headed. You know, like, we don't do that when we're driving. So why do we do that in life? And that's the thing that I think we get hung up on. We get real hung up on a lot of these little tests, these lessons, these detours, these the confusion, the smoke. You know, it's like all in the way. And it's like, once you have the eyes to see, like, okay, this is not what I need to be. This is not the environment I need to be in to serve and share my gifts. If we simplify it that way, you know, and it came to me, and I'm sharing it with you because I'm like, I have allowed a lot. If anybody knows me personally that watches, I have allowed in some major detours that could have been avoided on my end. You know, because as much as we like to blame other people for where we stand with things, I mean, there is a piece of it that we got to take responsibility, you know, and that's just what it is. So, because you don't have to go down these roads and take the wrong ways and get stuck and be having to look like, yeah, I'm going to look at the accident as I cruise by, but I'm not going to stop, get out my car, look and see who it is and see where they got hurt at, if they bleeding, like what they car. Like, nah, I'm gonna just look, I'm gonna be like, damn, bless them, you know. Not damn, same breath, damn, and but I don't think damn is a cuss word, y'all. I'm trying to stop cussing, I don't know, but it's like you looking at them and you just, you know, you look at the detour and just be like, it's tempting, but I can't. That's gonna slow me down. Like, that is going to really slow me down. Like, you know that. A lot of us know these things, but we, you know, we don't want to take responsibility, and it is very challenging to take accountability and really just face things. But you have to, in order to move on, in order to move forward. Otherwise, you're gonna still stay stuck. And some people stay stuck on one detour for their entire life, and they die like that. So, don't be that way, okay? We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to keep it moving. And we're going to find the place that needs our gifts, okay? I love y'all. And until next time, y'all already know what I wish y'all. I wish you peace, health, wealth, and the time to enjoy all of those. Because that's life.